Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in for another one of my videos. My name is Raul Bautista. Today we'll be doing a little overview of the Samsung Transform. This is an Android phone that came out in 2010. This was a phone that was exclusively through Sprint. It came out in October 2010. This was one of their slider messaging phones, which pull the keyboard right here, and you have the little dedicated touch buttons for, I believe, you can put wallpaper, notifications, settings, a home button here. You have where it takes you to the home screen. This brings me back to very early generations of Android. It was very simple. You just basically had just 3 home screens and you can kind of customize it, but this is kind of how it used to look back in the day with your Google search bar at the top. Of course, you can drag this down. You can have your notifications as well. This was your back button. Of course, you could also do a search right here as well, and you can do internet if you wanted to, type in, or you can do the keyboard and do some typing here too as well. I think that was one of the coolest things. This is around the time where messaging phones with slider Androids were a big thing back in the day. I think a lot of people really were kind of trying to figure out if they still wanted to do touchscreen or they wanted to do the keyboard. And so here what they did, they just gave you the option to do both. You can do the touchscreen or you can do the keyboard. So it just really depends on what your preference is. You had a 3.5-inch display. I believe it was HVGA 320 by 480, which was comparable to the iPhones and other smartphones at the time. Here on the side, you had the volume rocker. On this side, you had the power button and I believe this was the voice. Yes, for the voice dialer. This one right here launched the camera. So you push down this button right here and it'll give you a camera right here. And what you can do video as well. I think the camera on this was a 3 megapixel. And you could shoot VGA quality in video. So not the sharpest, but it was something that you can do and, good enough for multimedia and social media at that time. And right here you have a 3.2 megapixel camera with the LED flash. Here's your speaker right there. So yeah, just some of the memories I have with this phone. I remember coming out, this was a pretty cool looking phone at the time. It kind of reminds you of a little tiny Samsung Galaxy at the times. They were, especially in the front right here, is like a little small version. I believe the Galaxies were at 4 inches. Oh, I forgot to mention too, you also have a front facing camera too, it's VGA as well. So yeah, that was the quick look at the Samsung Transform. Comments, if you have any questions about the phone, you leave comments on the thank you for tuning in. Thanks.